Hello, folks, and welcome to Hippie in a Race Car. I have a World Touring Car 600 Championship to do, but before I do, I figured I'd cash in a couple of tickets. A 4-star, guaranteed to win you a pile of cash. Sometimes better. I mean, I've won a couple of cars. Honestly, the first car I won was on a 4-star. In this case, I get the pile of cash. Go figure. Hey, 10 grand's 10 grand. I'm not going to sneeze at it. And here we go for our 6-star roulette ticket. We will win an engine. Ask me how I know. In this case, it actually works out because I own the car. So sticking that engine in it is not necessarily a bad thing. All right, let's get on with some racing. World Touring Car 600 Championship. All right, Luca, what's going on? Yeah. International event. So for this, I decided to pull out the Group 4 Toyota 86, one of my favorite cars. I've decorated it up with my Wolf Racing livery. And we start our championship in the rain in Austria. Go figure again. Like that ever happens. Yeah, the Wolf livery. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, I got a biased opinion, but you know. All right, this is a track I know very, very well. I mean, it's a simple track. It's got 10 corners, 9.5, if you will, because turn 3 doesn't, or turn 2 doesn't necessarily exist, but it's fine, whatever. And I'm usually pretty good in the rain, because I'm a bit of a crazy guy, and somehow keep the car going in the right direction. But I've always done better in the rain in my league racing, so I thought I got a pretty good chance of potentially winning this one. I've also got a race car, as again, opposed to these guys, you know, these basic cars that have been done up really, really nicely. See ya. 1 down. 2 down, technically. And the rain gets a little harder, and the windshield wipers are flapping. We're in turn 4 with a Lambo on the beach, followed by me a little bit on the beach. I decided to see what the sand was like, only it turned out to be gravel. See ya, Lambo. Alright, going around as many people as I can without actually running into them. So far, I've not hit anybody. A little squirrely. Okay. Through the chicane. It's a fast chicane, except when it's raining. And, and that would be the end of that. Crunch. Alright. No biggie. Sitting in 12th. It's only lap 13th. It's only lap 1. Got a chance. Okay, 14th, 13th. Come on, guys. Give me a break here. So, turn 9. And I'm trying not to hit this guy. He brake checks me. Like, dude, what are you doing? This is an acceleration point. Get out of the way. There we go. Turn 10. Which a little dip, if you do it right, actually helps you turn the corner, so you can just slam it and give her. There we go. Main straight. Sitting in 12th. After 1 lap. Not the best I've done, but you know, still got a chance. Turn 1. I'm watching out for this guy thinking, what are you doing? Slowly making your way around the corner. Okay. Now I'm rocking intermediates. I had to actually set the car up for this to get it under 600. And then I realized, oh, it's raining through the intermediate zone and turned everything back up again. Coming into turn 3. This is a crazy corner and a really good, you know, I mean, I just overtook 3 cars. That's as good as it gets. You don't see that every day. See ya. I'm just gonna like outbrake you all, make it into the corner perfectly. Coming down toward turn 4. And this guy's, I'm gonna brake really early. I'm not. I'm gonna brake when I should brake, and then I'm gonna get around this guy, and that's it. I'm up into what I'm at, 6th at this point. So I'm making pretty good progress. Rain is definitely picking up. It's crazy because at certain points on the track it's really raining it's almost like hail or sleet or something. It's just crazy. And then other parts it's not raining at all. It's like Ottawa. I used to live in Ottawa. And if you didn't like the weather, sometimes you could just turn around and look the other way and it was different. So here we go. 4, 3, 2 sitting in front of me here. 3, 2. Okay, 2 and 1. And then, yeah, see ya. I guess maybe I got a slightly better car in terms of downforce and braking. But you're allowed to. So if you don't... Oops. Oh. Try to ignore this. Going ridiculously wide in the last corner. I mean, if you don't pick up the right car, that's on you. You're allowed to have a car like this, so why wouldn't you use one? Hard brake into turn 1, and kind of missed the apex, but at least keep it going in the right direction. I really enjoy this track because there's a really great flow to the infield part of it. In turns, what do we got there? 7, 8, I guess it is. This corner has always been a serious challenge because it's uphill. It's tight, and the number of times I've spun in that corner alone is ridiculous. So now coming back down the hill towards turn 4. Braking points are a little early, but not too bad, because you can see now it stopped raining. Alright, no problem. I'll just carry on. Big giant bull and arc in the background. Into turn 6. And it's one of those, yeah, it braked a bit early, turned a bit early. Had to correct those not to get on the curbs. When they're wet, just stay off the curbs. But it's not raining here, you see. And the track is almost drying already, which is a little weird because it was raining. I guess it's one of the things I really like about this game is that the rain will rain on only parts of the track. Sometimes the whole track, but I mean there are times in races when you have it on half the track only, which is kind of neat because that is realistic. So final corner, there's a little dip there. If you hit it just right, you can really fly around that corner because it actually helps to make the corner. Oh, there's the rain again. Main straight. Second last lap. Braking it around. Usually it would be around the 100-meter board. I'm in about 120 to make sure I've got enough time to stop with the rain and everything. And then, of course, the rain stops. So I'm thinking, okay, let's give her. Ripping up the hill towards turn, technically, 2, quote-unquote. Right here, this is turn 2. Yeah. And then turn 3, which is... Well, it makes up for the fact that turn 2 is not really a turn, because it's crazy. It's fun. There we go. Still going in the right direction. So far, so good. They're nowhere near me. But stay off the curbs. That's the one thing that I have learned, that in this game, I mean, it's realistic. They are slippery when they are wet, because they're rubber. They're very, very thick rubber. And if you get rubber wet, it's slippery. Properly turned into that corner this time. Actually worked out fairly well. And you can see the track is wet, but there's a dry line. So it's like it rained a little bit, but then we drove over it and said, nah, get rid of that. We don't need that rain. We don't need that wet track. Who needs a wet track? I mean, honestly, come on. Turn 9, braking at about 80 meters. Turn in early to make sure you make that apex, because you can really cut that corner. It's amazing, actually, how much you can cut and get away with. You've got to keep 2 wheels inside the white line, but you can really cut that corner, and it gives you an extremely good line to stay in bounds and keep lots of speed. And braking around the 120 mark into turn 1. This one's probably the trickiest corner on the track, because you really want to get out of this corner as fast as you possibly can. This is a long straight up the hill. If you come out of that corner well, you can make up huge time. If you screw it up, well, you can't. It's as simple as that. You will lose time. Turn 3, managed to hit the apex, and it was a bit slow and clumsy, but got away with it. Mild rain, as you can tell from the windshield wipers, they're only doing a little mild flap, as opposed to the holy crap, what's coming out of the sky? Missed that apex completely, but still got away with it, thankfully. Still going in the right direction, thankfully. Coming into turn 6. It's one of those funny ones that you accelerate like crazy and then you just kind of slam on the brakes, gear down, and turn, and hope you've done all of that at exactly the right time. And if you do, you can carry a lot of, you can carry a lot of speed through there. Into turn 7 and 8, the high-speed chicane. You have to get on the curb, even in the rain on that one, or you just are going too slow through there. So you've got to be really, really careful to make sure you don't give it too much gas while you're on the curb. Yeah, me and the Apex decided that's it. I'll see you next race because I don't feel like going near you. Screwed up turn 9. Went super wide, but I'm, you know, whatever. I'm way ahead at this point. I'm not too worried about it. And there you have it. Race number 1 and the win for Wolf Racing. Okay, 12 points. Good start. Good start. Suilo is in second. He's the guy I got to watch out for. Race 2. I promise you I'm drinking apple juice. Honest. Suzuka. So at this point it's dry. I had to reset the car with racing tires, hard racing tires, hard slicks. Turn everything back down again to get it under 600. And this race is unfortunately where things started to unfold. No, not unfold. Unravel. That's the word I'm looking for. Unravel. Not go well, as it were. The beginning of the race is all good. I got by this guy, no problem. The S's. Driving a pretty decent car. I love the BRZ. I've had a Toyota 86. About brand new 2020 Toyota 86 back in 2020, and then in 2021 when I pulled it out of storage. I drove it for a month and then I got T-boned. And that was the end of that car. Bye bye Lambo. See ya. It wasn't pleasant. Dude hit me at 60 and the seat bolster that I was sitting in hit me at 60 and ouch. So yeah, through the Degners and into the hairpin. The Aston Martin in front of me is just like, I'm kind of slow around the corners, but then I got lots of speed. Where? How? See ya. Get out of the way. All right. Coming into Spoon. This was always, in this track, in the Gran Turismo series, this was always kind of the one that gave me issues. Because that part's not too bad, but how much do you slow down and where do you turn and where do you accelerate to come out of here at the right speed? That was pretty much as well as I've ever done. Probably could have done it faster, but in terms of line, it was pretty good. This corner, I was thinking, well, maybe I can get away with it in 5th. Nope. Breaking it again around the 100-meter board just before to try to hit this apex, and I managed to hit it fairly well. Sneak on the inside of the Porsche. Come on. Maybe. No, not yet. Okay. And then past the Dodge. Or whatever the heck that was. Looked like a Dodge from the side. Alright, main straight. Turn 1 is not... It's a weird one because you brake late. It's actually here, well, earlier, but you're sort of slowing down as you go through trail brake the whole thing until you get into here, towards the S's. And again, I'm thinking, what is this guy going to do? No, I got away with it. Went by him before he decided to turn in. The S's are one of those wonderful areas on a racetrack where you just you need to get your line right. You just need to get your line right. It's the difference between good time and terrible time. Through Dunlop, Ford Degner 1. Quick gear down, crank it, keep it in bounds. Gear down, crank it, keep it in bounds. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Towards a hairpin. Currently sitting 7th, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm making pretty good time. I'm actually making up on these guys. This is all right. Lap 2. A little bit deep into the hairpin because a little bit of a dive on dude there. I'm like, all right, I'm doing all right so far. I'm up into 6th. Coming into Spoon. And, okay, 5th. There we go, 5th. And then into the back straight. The back. Yeah, I guess it's mostly straight for a certain amount of it before the kink. Anyway, the back flat out section. Now sitting 5th. So I'm like, okay, making good time. Catching up with the leaders. Gran Turismo. The last to first simulator. In this case, I braked a little bit. And it was fine to get me around the corner. Braking it for this chicane around the 100, 120 board just to be safe. Hit the chicanes and dude's got a fastest lap of 2:31. And I decided to come over the finish line and go, no, let's take 13 seconds off that. So 2:18 is now the fastest lap. I dare you guys to catch that. And again, trail braking into here, and it was not pretty. This is where things started to really fall apart. Get back on the track, thankfully, without losing too much time. And through the S's. I did fairly well through here. Most laps. Not great. I mean, remember, I'm not a pro. I don't do this for a living. I'd like to do this for a living, so if you want to subscribe, please do so. I'd love that. That'd be awesome. Through Dunlop. Rest in peace, Jules Bianchi. It's a corner that just keeps on cornering. Degner 1. Don't cut the corner. And there's a bounce there. As you can see, you hit that. It kind of knocks the car off balance a fair bit. So you got to be a little bit careful through there. Coming into the hairpin. I'm not even remotely close enough to go for a dive bomb. Oh, wait, maybe I am. See ya. Uh-oh. Squirrely. Kept it straight. We're okay. Now, if you notice, my cat jumped up on the back of my chair. It's kind of scared the heck out of me. Into Spoon. Braking at 70. Down to 3rd. Don't go. Crazy. Why? Oh, the car wouldn't turn. I couldn't get the car to get back on the track. It was just absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, no, grass is good. Grass is great. Yeah. Back to 5th. Okay. Here we go again. It's okay. No problem. This is only lap 3, so I'm good. I think. Coming into the kink. Again. A little bit of a break. And no problem getting through the corner. Braking at 1, just before the 100 board. Hit the apexes, not greatly. Got away with it. And then I'm slowly catching up. So I'm thinking I still got a chance of winning this. Trail braking, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and again, I'm catching up, so I'm thinking this is going to be good, no problem. Question being, can I keep catching up? These S's are so fun. Except, dude literally just decided I'm not going to bother accelerating. I'm just going to like cruise through this corner. I'm like, okay, I'll try not to hit you, but would you get out of the way? And this is where I was like, wait now, oh, more grass. I love the grass. Yeah. I'm a nature lover, but slicks on grass is slick. Digner 1. Digner 2. Dude's still in my way. Miyazono, I love you, buddy, but you need to move. Into the hairpin. I'm not, no. I even give room here. Look at this. This is a textbook. This is as good as it gets. Except that he beat me. All right. I'm going by you. Get out of my way. Okay, up into 4th. Getting into the podium positions. Almost, sort of. Kind of. Into Spoon. Brake. 3. Stay on the track. Okay, I did this time. Good. Down to 2. It's kind of a late apex for this one. And then Giver. But at the right time. Alright. Catching up with the top 3, which are all together. And I'm kind of hoping they're going to start fighting because it's kind of the only chance at this point that I've got to catch up with all 3 of them. Bit of a break. Just that was where everything went completely, horrifically wrong. I've got 1 lap after this, and I'm back in 5th. I'm thinking, all right. Let's see if we can at least, maybe, I don't know, get on the podium. Maybe. Because I'm quite a ways back at this point. I've just lost a few seconds. You can see from the expression on my face that I am just thrilled with that wonderful blunder. So I'm now at max effort on my part to try to make up as much time as I can through the S's. Line's not too bad. It's not great. Nailed that one. Final part of this. Coming up to Dunlop. I'm making up time, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe they'll fight. Maybe they'll start battling at the front and I can actually catch up with them. This is kind of my plan at this point. Because I'm really not doing well in this race at all. Digner 1. Yeah. And a little wide. Okay, a lot wide. Okay, more grass. Crikey, this car apparently loves to drive on the grass. See ya. Okay, up into 4th. Can I get on the podium? Down to 1st for the hairpin. Accelerate smoothly and as fast as you possibly can out of there to not screw it up and spin. I'm still a fairly long way back, so I'm not super confident that I can get past any of these guys, but I'm hoping to at least catch up with them. Down to 3rd. Finally hit that apex brilliantly. And then down to 2nd. And hit that apex not bad, but I'm doing alright. Coming down the final back straight. Still a few seconds off, but I'm making up time. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe. Can I make this? Can I actually catch up with these guys? Through the kink. I geared down and then realized I really shouldn't have geared down because it actually cost me time. Should have just left it in 5th and a little tiny break. Brake hard into the chicane. I made the apex. Bumped dude, unfortunately, and then crunched into the other dude. And next thing I know, I'm stuck in 4th behind these guys, praying I can out-drag him to the... Can I? Nope. 4th. So I'll pet my kitty instead. Alright, so be it. Yeah, that sums it up right there. So now I'm down by a point. Going into the 3rd race. Okay. This is an interesting race. Dragon Trail. Let me give you some foreshadowing. Death chicane. I don't mind driving at night when I know the track. It's fine. And it's not night. It's dusk. So, headlights are on, but we can still see where we're going. This is not a track that I know all that well. And it becomes really obvious in not too long. I think it's about lap 3 where everything just goes. But so far so good. I managed to pass the one guy in front of me there, and that corner, you don't really have to slow down for. You just got to hit it right, and then slow down like crazy for the next one. And I slowed down for it, so it lost me a little bit of time, but not too bad. Here's the Lambo, the one that was on the beach earlier. Excuse me. Sneak around you, sneak around the Audi. Excuse me, I'm going past you. Thank you. This is a really fun track, actually, because it's got some really cool flow to it. And just decides to drift over into me. Thanks, dude. Braking hard and missing the apex horribly. So be it. I'm still ahead of them, but again, I lost a little bit of time. There we go, death chicane. Can he make it through? Not only can I make it through, but I make an absolutely flawless pass through the death chicane. I mean, honestly, if you were to look up flawless pass in FIA regulations, you'd see that. Here we go. Catching up. I'm doing all right. I'm like, okay, I got a chance here. I'm now sitting in now 8th. And I'm like, okay, lap 1 is done. 4 to go. I've gone from last to 8th so far. I mean, if I win this, then the championship's mine. I'm not worried about that. I'm only down by 1 point. So I gotta kind of win it. So what do? I put it into the sand and the wall and screw up the corner as badly as you possibly can without spinning. I don't recommend that. For fairly obvious reasons. Larini. Apparently they're a sponsor of some kind because their name is everywhere. All right, again, get this second gear corner. The trick is to accelerate out of it early so you get as much speed as you possibly can down here, because this is flat out until here, and then you need to hit the brakes. And I got away with it that time. It's not that bad. It's kind of a 3rd and a half when you do it right. In fourth gear, I mean. Yeah, it sounds weird. 3rd and a half. It's a high speed 3rd, low speed 4th, whatever. Down here, down the hill towards the hairpin. Hey, look at that. I hit an apex. What a concept. Death chicane. How do we do? Oh, I can't see where I'm going because there's a dude in front of me. And I'm back in my normal cockpit view, so road's a little harder to see. Slow down and sneak past the wall. Look at that. Another textbook pass. See ya. All right. Now I'm sitting in 6th, which is pretty good. Towards the hairpin, hit the apex. I braked a bit early on that one. Shift into 3rd a little earlier for lower torque just to keep the thing from spinning. And that is the end of lap 2. 3 to go. And a championship on the line. I got 5 places to make up. I was looking at the mountains, but I couldn't quite see them, so I was like, hey, that's really cool. Slightly distracted during the race. Brake! Because if you don't, you're going to end up in the wall. Or just mess up the corner horrifically into this long straight section where it would have been really nice to come out of there with some speed. Meh. Okay, this section, this corner's fast. Don't really have to slow down for that one. You really have to slow down for this one. This is 2nd gear. Hit the apex. Accelerate out. And not bad. Down the hill. Another corner, it's a bit deceptive because you think, oh, it's a big old corner. It's not really. It's like a 4th gear. I'm slowly catching up with Mr. Number 5. And see ya, Mr. Number 5. And that's that. Except I decided to put the thing into the gravel. Still 5th, so I'm okay. Coming down toward the hairpin. Braking at about 120. Shove it into 2nd gear. Get around the corner. Put your foot on the gas. Try not to spin. Short shift into 3rd. Lower torque. Less understeer into the wall. Death chicane. How do I do? Oh, sneaks through. Okay, so far. So far, so good. And I didn't even hit the wall on that. I probably missed it by about a millimeter. Now I'm coming up towards number 4. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to do a horrible, oh, God. The only thing you only, what is it? Things you can only do to an AI? I would never try to do that on a real person in a real race. But on the AI, yeah, I got a championship on the line. Sorry. Not sorry. Down the main straight. Slight turn to the right, full throttle, and then brake into second. Don't screw this corner up. What a concept. I actually kind of made it that time. I really have to learn this track. Because it's a good track. I like it. I enjoy this track a lot. But I don't know it very well. Alright. Again, brake. Second gear. Short shift. Nope, it didn't that time. Sorry. This crazy corner. I'm bound and determined. At some point, I'm going to make these properly at decent speed and not go off. There we go. Let a little bit of a lift to let the car turn. When you're giving her on the gas, the car doesn't necessarily want to turn as well, but as soon as you let off the gas a little bit, you can turn. So you got to be a little bit patient on that one. Close enough on the apex. Short shift into third to keep the thing from spinning. Okay, death chicane. Here we go. How'd we do? Our 4th trip through this wonderful little nightmare. Oh, God. Yeah, that'd be the one. Death chicane. They call it that for a reason. All right. So now I'm sitting in third. At least I got a podium so far. Thinking maybe I can catch up with these guys. The only major chance I've got is that the guy that's in front of me in the championship is behind me in this race. And I can't remember who it was, so I'm just praying that he's actually behind me. For all I know, he was the dude in the blue car that I took out. Final lap. Little kink to the right, full throttle. But you got to remember, this one is a second gear corner. And it actually is a second gear corner so that you can get proper run at that corner so that you can come out with some decent speed into this long-ish, flat-out section. Straight through here, cut the corner, well, crawl all over it. Down into second, hit the apex, accelerate out, don't spin. So far, so good. A little kink, followed by high-speed S section, I suppose you would best describe it. Not my best part of the track. I don't know this track well enough to be able to say I know exactly where to turn and where to brake and all the good stuff that goes with that, so I get through as best as I can. Cut that corner a little bit, not illegally, but shorten the track as much as you can. 110 is where I'm braking. Hit the apex. Again, the short shift just to keep the car from spinning, doing anything weird. Death chicane. Final time through the death chicane. I let off a little bit this time, and I barely missed that wall so that I could actually miss that wall and not suck. Let's face it. If you get through a race without sucking, you generally don't do too badly. Okay. Sitting third. A few seconds off the lead. No chance in catching him. This is the final section. Through the main straight. Bring it home in third. I'm thinking, well, so be it. Because I honestly don't remember where the other guy was. In front of me or behind me. It's what it is. I got third. Fraga and his Al, they're in front of me. Right on. Okay, third place. That's cool. Right on. Somehow, though, you can tell from the expression on my face. How the heck did that happen? I mean, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain, but I certainly wasn't expecting that. Wins by a point. A single point. But a very, very, very valuable point because it won me the championship. Then I get to pick a car. I decided number 2. I got the TTS. There's nothing wrong with an Audi TTS. The R8 would have been nice. But the TTS is nice. I don't have a problem with that. And so there we go. Free car. 100 grand. And a championship. Under my belt. World Touring Championship. Let's go brag to Luca. Look at what I did. Look what I did. Congratulations on winning the World Tour. Blah, 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 blah. Hope here's your stuff. Thank you very much. You get Barcelona, Catalunya. Great track. All right. And the next time, I'm going after some AMGs. But for now, we're done. That was a bit hectic. I can't believe I won it. But I'll take it. Thanks so much for watching. And have a great night. Peace.